So Dana, I'm assuming that you've seen the cover of this video game now.
I have.
What do you think of the way that it looks, and how do you think that UFC fans are going to respond when they see the billboards and the banners and stuff up in their local video game stores?
Let me tell you, I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. I love the cover. I love the game. I love THQ. I love all the people that work there. This couldn't have been a better experience. I couldn't say enough good things about this game, about the people who we built it with, about our partnership with THQ, and it's a game that I'm proud of, and a game that I am very excited to get into the hands of the fans.
Tell me a little bit about your two phenomenal cover athletes, both our American cover athlete, Forrest, and our Canadian cover athlete, George St. Pierre.
Both studs, obviously, both fan favorites. People love Forrest Griffin. They love his fighting style. They love his personality. Same thing with GSP, and he should be covered from the top of his head to the tip of his toes in sponsorship. The guy is an amazing athlete, an incredible human being, and a guy that I really respect. So I couldn't be happier with the cover boys either.
Now, Christina told me a little bit about the event that they have planned for us in Montreal. The fact that you'll be there playing the video game, the fact that we'll get George there playing the game. Now, when I was out for 94, BJ called you out. He said, hey, I want to get Dana. And you said, hey, bring him on. You're not going to get BJ. You're going to get George. What can George expect when you got the controller in your hand?
Well, you know, I'm a real humble guy. I don't like to say anything, but I've kicked everybody's ass at this game so far. And whose asses did I beat at this game? I absolutely embarrassed Michael Bisping in England. Twice, yeah. I embarrassed the guy that I played at THQ, one of my buddies. Just for the record, I will put an absolute beating on George St. Pierre in Montreal and embarrass him in front of his home country.
I got to ask you, the game's coming out right at the same time. UFC 98, you guys just scheduled Mir versus Lesnar for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the World. You've got a game coming out called Undisputed. Why the hell didn't you call the pay-per-view 98 Undisputed?
Because I think we already had one that was called Undisputed. Do you know how many names we have to come up with for these things, man? It isn't easy. I think we already did Undisputed, so you can't have two names the same.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Give me a quick preview of that card for 98. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of hype around UFC with the game coming out at the same time.
Well, obviously, you know the way the first fight went. Lesnar came out, took him down, and was smashing him. And then the ref stands him up, goes back down. Mir pulls off a submission. You know, controversial to a lot of people. So it's always fun when you have a controversial, exciting fight like that. People went crazy over that fight, and you get to do it again. And after the showing that Mir just had against Nogueira, you know, Mir's never looked better. After the two showings that Lesnar has had against Heath Herring and Randy Couture, he's only getting better and better. So I think it's going to be an exciting fight. It's going to be fun.
Tell us a little bit about the other fight on that card that everyone's wanting to see, Sarah and Hughes.
Yeah, Sarah and Hughes is a long. Do you have your phone on?
No,
dude?
Never.
You're in the TV business and you got your cell phone on. Are you listening to this right now, people? Do you know what these kind of guys do if I had my phone on? What kind of, are you unprofessional?
Yeah, I'll let you slide. I got a freebie, I'll give you a freebie.
Sarah and Hughes hate each other. It's probably, other than Shamrock and Ortiz, one of the most authentic grudge matches in UFC history. I mean, these guys aren't really too concerned. Two legends who've been around forever aren't really concerned about the rest of their career right now until they get to fight each other. And, you know, one of the great things about this sport is how respectful all these guys are to each other and the sportsmanship and everything else, which is what makes it so fun when there's an absolute grudge match that pops up every once in a while with two guys who hate each other.
Well, you talk about grudge matches. Frank Mir did not have kind words for Brock Lesnar after he finished Nogueira at 92. What kind of response have you guys heard from those in octagon comments by Mir after that fight?
I don't remember what he said. What did he say?
He said he was going to make Lesnar famous with the break that he does to him next time they fight.
Interesting. I didn't remember that, but that sounds like Mir. He's always talking about breaking arms and breaking bones. And Brock Lesnar is a really crabby, moody guy.
I've noticed in talking to him. It's definitely true.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting fight.